Here we go. Hello. Welcome to All In Currency. Thank you for spending a little bit of your Sunday here with us. This will be our fifth installment of the 1,000 currency bill battle that we've currently been doing with Brian over at Changes Good Hunts Coins. It's been a really fun hunt. This will be our second battle of 2025. We did 3 back in 2024. Brian went first last time. And then I posted mine. For the second battle, I'm going to do mine first, and then Brian's going to post his. This hunt was a really amazing hunt. Something that we agreed upon whenever we first started doing these hunts, Brian and I, is we agreed to always do honest hunts, to show our hunts honestly. And this was such an amazing hunt that I actually got a hold of Brian and we talked back and forth. And I wasn't going to post all of the finds in this video because there were just so many great finds in this hunt. It was an amazing hunt. I loved it. But I just didn't want to post all of the finds in there because it seems like a unbelievable hunt, But talked with Brian, and Brian said, that would be disingenuous. We might as well just go ahead and show our hunts honestly and show our finds. So this was a great hunt. Not the best finds I've ever had out of $1,000 hunt, but very good. Okay, and then our currency point scoring spreadsheet here has changed a little bit. There have been some amendments and some changes made to make the hunts a little bit funner, and so the points don't get so far out of hand. If you'd be interested in getting a copy of that list, just go ahead and get a hold of Brian over at Changes Good Hunts Coins, and I'm sure he'd be happy to hook you up with it. It's an evolving system. We've been fine-tuning it and making changes to it as we go along. It's a really fun hunt. I'd recommend it for people just getting into the hobby so they can familiarize themselves with what they can find out there, or even for the veterans. All right. So I've gone through, this is kind of funny. This is like my 6th time trying to shoot this video. We've had so much, I'd like to say technical difficulty, but that's only a little bit of it. Most of it was operator error. So, all right. So I went through it. I did my straps, did them one strap at a time, showing the finds as I went, and that video got messed up. So I set them to the side, and I showed the finds from each strap, and that video got messed up. I had them all numbered and everything. So anyway, in this video, we just went ahead and stacked up the finds, and we're going to go through them one by one. And we're just going to go ahead and shoot this video straight all the way through raw. Okay. Now, I've only found 2 2013 B duplicate star notes one time in a hunt. I thought I found 2 in this one, but it was actually only 1. We had one of the duplicate B series notes here, and it's under 250,000. So with the duplicate star notes, we're giving those a point total of 20 points. But I'm not sure if I stack on the 10 points with that one for being a 250,000 print run or not, Brian. But in this hunt, that's really not going to be necessary for the battle. And then we found 2 other 2013 notes from there at the bank. They're both 3.2 million runs. This is the one that I thought was the second 2013 B star note. But it turned out I just got excited about the 03. It wasn't in the duplicate range. Excuse me. And then we found 1, 2, 3 2021s. Isn't that one a 500,000? Oh, that one is a 500,000. My apologies. Where'd it go? Okay. This is one of the 2021 star notes out of New York, and it has a run size of 500,000. So that gave us a point total of 7 points for our battle, along with the 22. All right, and then we had some 2017 A star notes. They were all in the 3.2 million range. So they're the lower common star notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, giving us a total of 5 points, with the common star notes being scored, excuse me, as a 1 point for each common 3.2 million star run note. So I've got my score sheet over here. It looks like a Yahtzee sheet with my top score and my bottom score. So up top with our star notes, I have a point total of 34, Brian. That's without stacking on 10 points for the 250,000 print run startup. Okay. And then we had 4 trinaries. Trinaries were scoring as a point apiece. We had here zeros, 1s, and 4s. 1s, 6s, and 9s. 1s, 5s, and 3s. 0s, 1s, and 3s. All right, so that gave us a total of 1 point apiece for 4 points for our battle. Okay. And we had a double year note, or dual date. These are more commonly referred to as tombstone notes. I don't particularly like to call them tombstone notes, but this is within the last 100 years. With our date dollars and everything, we've decided to go ahead and cut those back to just within the last 100 years. It'd be 1938 to 1971. It's a nice bill. It's actually in really nice shape. A little bit of wear and tear. All right. In this bank that I went to, it's actually the bank that I go to from time to time. It's actually a lot further away, and it takes a lot longer, but the finds here are amazing. I find so many older notes there. Out of this search, out of this last $1,000 search, there had to have been at the very least 40 or 50 2013 bills. It was amazing. And some 2009s, some 2006s. And, but the lowest number in the hunt was 1963 Bs. We actually found 2 barr web press notes. This one's in really nice shape here. A little corner ding. A couple little folds, not much. It's really in really nice shape. So with the web press notes, we're adding a 10-point value to them. And here was the second one. It's quite a bit of wear and tear on that. But for those 2 barr notes, at 10 points apiece, that gives us another 20 points for our battle. All right. And this comes down to, this is going to be a high scoring one here, Brian. This is going to hurt. I went ahead and claimed that 6 of a kind trailing 1s. So, no, that's just got 6 in a row trailing 1s. So it'd be actually a trinary too, 1s, 0s, and 2s. And I believe with trinaries, they're calling 0s, 1s, and 2s true trinaries now. I think that's how it works. But anyway, that's a really nice 6 in a row trailing 1s there. You don't find those very often. All right. So with the bottom score, I got my bottom score at 58. So with the top score out of the star notes of 34 and 58, we have a grand total of 92 points for the battle, Brian. Unless we're stacking on another 10 points for that 250,000 print run. but I don't know. That might just be insult to injury. I don't know. So our total for this one, buddy, is going to be 92 points for the battle. Much higher than what I expected. I was originally not going to put some of those bills in there with the hunt until I talked to Brian. We decided that it was better to just be completely honest instead of disingenuous in any way with the hunt. I feel much better about it. Okay, and here's some of the bills that I'm going to keep, but I didn't add into our battle. Here's a date note. It's at 1901, March 26th, but it's not within the last 100 years. And I was too lackadaisical. I didn't look it up to see if it was a important history note. Here's another dual date note that I'll just be keeping for myself and setting back. It's not within the last 100 years, as that's what we decided to keep, but it's 1434 to 1472. I'll be setting that back with my date notes and history notes and looking that up at another time. All right, and here's a nice run of notes. I'm just going to be setting this back and keeping them for myself, probably. Nobody really has too much interest in these. But with the date notes, I'm sure, as you all know, you have the Western style that goes the month, the day, and the year. And then you have the international date dollar, which commonly here it referred to as backwards note. It'd be the year, the month, and the day. All right, now these here are in the EU configuration, which goes with the day first, the month, and then the year. So this would be July 25th of 1996, July 25th of 1961, July 25th of 1963, July 25th of 1962, excuse me, and this would be May 15th of the year 2017. And what do we have here? Oh, this was someone to pull this aside and mention it. It's a 1988A, and you always want to make sure and check your 1988As, your 1993s, and your 1995s for the web press note. There's a few different ways to tell from looking at the front, but the easiest way is if you just flip it over and you look at the back, and this back plate number is at the bottom of the E up here in the top left-hand corner. It's not going to be a web press note. And if it's down here up above the E in the lower left-hand corner when you flip it, it will be. All right. Those are some of my keepers that I'm going to be setting to the side, and I'll be keeping for myself. They're not necessarily anything we're going to claim in the point battle. All right. So that concludes our fifth installment of this currency battle. Brian won the first one this year. This is my point total for this year. I hope you have some amazing finds, Brian. I hope you come back hitting hard and heavy, man. I hope you win this one. That would be amazing to see. Okay, and something I wanted to mention. I put a video up a few days ago, I guess. It was only 6 or 8 minute video, something like that. And I'm going to have to go ahead and make a public retraction on that video. I did something I never wanted to do when I started this. I spoke disparagingly about another collector here in town, about their habits of the way they pick up from the bank and drop off from the bank and things like that. And that's something that I never wanted to do. So I was going to pull that video down, but I accidentally deleted another $1,600 search I did. So, but I'm going to leave that video up, but I'm going to leave it on private so I can go back and watch it occasionally and remind myself of what not to say and how not to be and how not to act when I do this thing. And I think there were only 25 people or so that saw it before I put it on private. But to those 25 people, excuse me, and everyone that tunes in as far as that goes, I owe you better than that. You spend your time here with me checking it out. I appreciate it. and I owe myself better than that. I will make it a point to strive to never do that again. If I do, please feel more than free to call me out on it. All right, so that concludes our battle and a little public retraction there of me admitting I might not have done something quite right. Didn't like that at all. Did not taste good. So let's try not to do that anymore. All right, that was an amazing battle. Here's something that I wanted to put on everybody's radar, kind of remind them. I'm sure all of our heavy hitters and longtime collectors and everything know about it. But I just wanted to bring this up and mention it to everybody else. Here, we'll go with this one to talk about it. All right. All right, since we had that 2013 B duplicate star note, I thought I'd bring this up and take time to mention this so everybody would know. There are other duplicate series star notes out there besides the 2013. It's happened prior in history before. I believe it was in 1963 or 69. There was a mix-up with a couple of sheets, and there were duplicate star notes that were found. And 1977, I believe. This is part of the research that I lost whenever my phone got stolen that I'll never be able to get back again. But that's not important. But it's happened in history a few times. You can go and check out, do a little research for yourself, and find reported sales of duplicate star notes matching serial numbers. But there's been a few of the 2013 Bs. I've been in that hunt for a long time. I have stacks of the 2013 Bs here that I'm probably fixing to let go to eBay. It's a great hunt. I encourage anybody that's doing it. Best of luck to you. I hope you find the matches and everything. But I've moved on to a more difficult and nearly impossible hunt. I'm sure, is that 1995 that I'm talking about? Yeah. I moved on to I'm part of some paper money forums and things like that. And one of the gentlemen that started the Project 2013B, he's part of that group and everything. And I've heard rumors of it and rumblings of it and seen a little bit about, excuse me, the 1995 duplicate serial number series. There's a lot that happened in 1995 at the mints. I don't know what was going on at the BEP. But just to put it on your radar, there's not just one duplicate printing or two duplicate printings. There's actually 3 duplicate printings of the 2013B 1995 notes. And there's actually a 4th district in the 1995 series on the $1 bill that has a duplicate serial number printing star note. But I'm going to leave that to you and let you do a little research and see what you find on it. So get back on me down in the comments if you know. Let me know, and I'll send you a bright, shiny nickel. Okay, and there's also another denomination of 1995 bills that has duplicate serial numbers too. But anyway, I moved on to this 1995 star note series. I'm trying to find the matching serial numbers for these. Now, all of these are going to be in the 250,000 print run, so they're a little bit harder to find. They're from 1995. They're we're getting more and more expensive every day, but that's a really fun hunt that I'm on right now. Now, to the best of my knowledge, to this day, there's never been a pairing matched, you know. And I know a lot of other people have been in this hunt before, and I don't know how they're doing on it. But when I get a chance, when I go to shows or on eBay or whatnot or anything, you know, I always look for these notes just to see if there's anything there to be had. Now, all 3 of the duplicate series out of New York, they're all 3 going to be printed in Washington. So they'll all 3 be Washington printings, the B district. The only way you're going to be able to tell is by the back plate numbers. There's different backplate numbers for all 3 series of the duplicate Ds. But anyway, that's another little fun hunt that I've been in for a while that I've really found enjoyable. I think I need that drive of an impossible task. That treasure hunting. It's that thing that just can't be done. I'm going to do my best to see if I can get it. But if not, I'm going to have a lot of fun in the meantime. Here's something I wanted to ask somebody else's opinion on and get an idea here. All right. These are some notes here that I'm fixing to. I guess I'm gonna let them go. I'm gonna put them on the eBay here this next week probably, and just get them on out there. But 2 of these notes are. Is it quad doubles? Double quads? I think it's quad doubles. Anyway, blame it on my dexlexia. I get those 2 always mixed up. But we came across these notes. We've actually got. They're all 3 from the same district and the same series. But we have 4 leading 7s and 4 trailing 2s. And then we have the 4 leading 7s and 4 trailing 3s. And then the 4 leading 7s and the ending 29. So that'd be the other double quads, quad doubles, whichever it is. Or a hybrid note, however you want to call it. But all 3 of these, you can't really tell from this sleeve. It's too dark. I need to switch it out with some others. I'm going to be letting all those go. But I've looked, and I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't seen them or found them or not. If anybody knows, let me know. I haven't found any other sets out there with the quad doubles or double quads that are coming from the same district in the same year in this good a shape, along with all 3 of these notes. My question is, you as a seller, if you were going to sell these, what would you sell them for? I mean, realistically, I know the quad doubles or double quads are listed for anywhere between 50 to 150, But I know what I want for them. I want $1 million. No, I know what I want for them, but I think realistically what I would ask for them is probably higher than anyone would pay. But if you were going to sell these, would you sell them separately or together as a set? I hate to break them up. I think I'm going to put them on there as a set. But anyway, let me know in the comments if you're a collector, reasonably what you'd pay for those. If you're a seller, what do you think they'd go for? Just out of curiosity. If you don't want to leave it in the comments, my email will be in the description. In this video's description, I'll make sure to leave Ryan's information there so you can go over and check out his retaliatory search against our second battle here this year. Okay, I guess that's all we got for today. I hope everybody has a rest of their Sunday, and I hope the rest of your week is absolutely amazing. And to all my fellow searchers out there, may your finds be many and amazing. All right.